Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts Shipyard Champions. Today's challenge is actually written by me. Let me check the Discord and see what I wrote. This challenge is loosely, very loosely, inspired by the Battlecruiser action at Jutland in 1916. You may play as either Britain or Germany. Different limitations will apply based on your choice. In both cases, year is 1916. Weather, your choice. The actual weather at Jutland wasn't great for video purposes. Clear weather is allowed, so that's what I'm going with. Because the fog thing just looks ugly. Time is day. Distance, 24 kilometers, which is the distance at which the two battlecruiser squadrons spotted each other. Enemy force, Germany or Britain. Of course, if you're playing Germany, you're facing Britain. If you're playing Britain, you're facing Germany. And the enemy will have 9 AI-designed battlecruisers. If you choose Britain as your nation, you get 5 battlecruisers. Special rule: there seems to be something wrong with your ships, which means you must have at least 40% flashfire chance. You may not have a main belt thicker than 12 inches or a main deck thicker than 2 inches. If you choose Germany, 5 ships in total, 2 battlecruisers, built on whichever battlecruiser hull you want, with no other limitations. Special rule: Mom says it's our turn to join the battle line. Your remaining 3 battlecruisers, quote unquote, must be built on the large cruiser hull, which is technically a CA, armored cruiser or heavy cruiser, but we'll pretend it's a battlecruiser in this case because Ultimate Admirals won't let us have more than 1 design per class in custom battles. Points: +1 for sinking an enemy ship, or +1 if they disengage, and -1 for each friendly ship lost. Tiebreaker will be the lowest total cost of your 5 ships. How cheaply do you dare design your ships? So I'm gonna go with Germany. That means I get 2 actual battlecruisers and 3 quote-unquote battlecruisers built on the armored cruiser hull. Let's start designing. Let's see, that's a shared assign. We're not going to be using that. That is a... I don't know what this is from. But let's delete this one and assign something, something from scratch. So battlecruisers can be... the 2 actual battlecruisers can be built on any hull. I'm going to choose the big one, of course. Derflinger. Can she go 30 knots? I think that is possible. Okay. Oh yeah, no, wait. I set the tiebreaker to be the lowest possible cost. So I'm gonna try and make this a little bit more affordable. Let's pick the cheapest veteran crew we can, which is 84. Let's not have it maxed out in size. I think 40,000. That's still pretty big for a 1916 battlecruiser. There we go. How about semi-oil and gear turbines? Can we make our engine efficiency that way? We may. Can save about 1 million by going with this one. Or actually just pick the cheapest one. That's not quite up to, how about oil 1? There we go, 100%. If I were to pick induced boilers and semi-oil, or even coal is possible, 363 million. Yeah, that is cheaper. Natural boilers, oil 1 fuel. Alright. Now, as for guns, what's the biggest we can go? I can go 13 Mark III. Let's plonk down one of these. I think with the previous challenge, I found that the 16 Mark II was actually surprisingly good. So let me just probably gonna go increased AP because I'm only facing battlecruisers. I do not want this ship to explode. Let's see. And heavy shells and stereoscopic rangefinder? Sure. Let's not bother with the radio. We cannot pick RDF in 1916. So, 1644 caliber. Accuracy at 20,000 is 3.3 and 4.3. Rate of fire is 76.3. So the 16s are more accurate out to 20,000 meters, and of course more pen. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with 16s again. If I bump them up to 45 caliber, yeah, I think we're gonna do that. How about I bump them up to 16.5 as I did with my battleship last week. 3.6, 4.7. Yeah, no, that's better. We're gonna do 16.5. Simple ABXY layout. And that should be my main battlecruiser. Now let's build the rest of the ship. 10,000 kilometer range. That should be sufficient. Let's see, what's my flashfire chance? 19.1. Triple hull bottom. Bulkheads 2. Anti-flood 2 because it's cheaper. 665 million, 12% flashfire chance. 10% flashfire chance. It's not amazing, but it is doable. Range is a little bit poop. We can bump that up. Oh, I guess that's still doable actually. Yeah, the fight should not last long enough for this to be an issue, so we're just gonna keep it at that. Now as for armor though, what kind of armor pen are we looking at? Let's see, what's my armor quality? 135. That should probably be more or less what the enemy battlecruisers have then. Yeah, I should be looking at 3 inches of deck armor. Let's go 4 on the turrets, just to be safe. 17 on the turret sides. Can I do 16 on the main belt? Yes. So this is going to be quite a heavily armored battlecruiser. Is it possible to get enough That's a little bit too heavy. So 6 times 4, that would be 24 inches of effective. And that would be equal to 20. Would it be easier to just... Yes. If I want 20 inches of belt armor, it's actually lighter to just use a 20-inch thick main belt armor. So no, these inner belts not really worth it unless you get Citadel 5, where you get the 3rd layer, which is really where it's at. I think 17 is enough. Do I want any secondaries? I think I will forgo any secondaries on this ship. Let's space out the turrets a little bit more, get that main belt and citadel covering more of the ship. And for good measure, just throw a little bit more on the extended belts. Now, luckily, I'm only building 2 of these pretty big battlecruisers. The remaining 3 ships will be built on the armored cruiser hull. I think that is my Derflinger class battlecruiser. I think I'm happy where it's at right now. Should be carrying the brunt of my resistance. Only 99. It's not much of a difference. It's just making my ship heavier. Okay, now the armored cruiser, which we are pretending are lighter battlecruisers. We're gonna start from scratch here. This was more like a proof of concept I was toying with when writing the challenge. We can use it as a starting point. 25 knots. Let's have them cheapest seasoned. Standard quarters. Can drop the range down quite a bit. Semi-oil. We're gonna make these kind of cheap, but still kind of useful. That is my plan. But they also need to not die. So when writing the challenge, I was able to build something very von der Tann-like on this hull by having this main tower like up here, a little bit further forwards, but you get the idea. And 2 side turrets, an echelon, one here and one here, so not mirrored, in a way that really did resemble the von der Tann. But I'm not gonna go that route now. We're gonna do simple ABXY. Come on. I thought I had you. There we go. There we go. Looks a little bit goofy with the barbette hanging off that ledge there, but if it works, it works. Let's see how cheap I can build this not battlecruiser and still have it perform fairly well. Some anti-torp just for the added resistance. Anti-flood too. It's not that much worse than Anti-flood 3, but it's cheaper and lighter. $128. Okay, not much of a weight difference. Some cost difference. Citadel 4 and 3, so we're just gonna go with 4. Yeah, let's go with the same ammo choice. Heavy shells. Do I need increased ammo? Probably not. Or maybe we're actually gonna go cordite 2. That's very explosive. Let's go tube powder. I do lose a point for each of these that gets sunk. Now let's look at the armor. Let's go 14, 13, 3. .5-inch main belt. It's doable. That is doable. At 11 on the conning tower. Let's lighten up the 47 caliber. .50 at 15,000, 1.9, 2.9. Yeah, that is actually better, having them at 50 caliber length. So we're just gonna do that. That is the Prince Eugen class, 176 million. Not too bad. 152 million if I go cramped quarters. Now hopefully it's not gonna take too many crew losses. I don't have any secondaries on it. Yeah, no, let's keep the standard shells. Maybe they will run torpedoes. There's no way of knowing. 10.5 is the maximum for the main belt. That gives me a little bit more belt protection, actually. 4.2 times 4, 16.8 equivalent. That should work. Yeah, I think that's that. 166 million. So 3 of these, 2 of those. I will do the math later. Let's launch. Now, presumably some of the other contestants have made ships that are much cheaper than mine. Wow, that's a good looking battlecruiser. Is that a hang on, I think I actually got a human design. We're gonna see when they show up if it's actually a human design. I'm just gonna restart and do it again until it gives me an AI design. It shouldn't be a human design. There we go. No, it is. That is one of the ones I made just testing when writing the scenario. What kind of guns you have? 4 inches. 12.5. Did I not set the hang on. Share designs are off. enemy ships. Yeah, no, it's selecting this thing. So let's just remove that guy and do it again and see if it actually builds a ship for me. And I will use the one I designed, not the share design. Alright. There we go, building Battlecruiser. Alright. I think we have everything now. Yep, these are my ships. Let's drop you down to cruising speed. And you're just going to hang in the background of my battlecruisers. And I'm starting facing away from the enemy, which is decent. Let's see what the AI came up with. Alright. I mean, it's not bad looking for an AI ship. But you can tell it's an AI ship because of the way that it is. What kind of main guns do you have? 14.1s. 16-kilometer range. Okay, so I have the range advantage. It's good to know. That is good to know. And the enemy started facing away from me. I started facing away from them. So we're gonna do some maneuvering to get into position. It's actually not necessarily a bad thing. What was my main gun range for the 11s? 18.6. There we are. We are firing. So I have about an 8-kilometer range advantage on the enemy battlecruisers. Good to know. It's an advantage that we can try to make use of. They're coming straight for me. We are ricocheting. Eitel Friedrich, you will target the next ship in line. Heavy cruisers are opening up now too. The airsats battlecruisers, so to speak. There we go. Huge hits and flooding on the first ship in the line. They are turning parallel. Flinger, you can target this one now. You automatically switched fire away from the one you were about to sink. Indomitable. Okay, they have basically no armor. 2 powder 1, TNT 2, so they're not gonna explode anytime soon. That's a very safe powder and propellant combination. Barbette 4 even. We're gonna speed up. They are faster than us. You guys, you can load your AP, because you can pen. Turn this way and try and sail parallel. Thought you could pen, but maybe not at that angle. I should have put some more money into my ships and made them a little bit faster. Actually, we're not that much slower. 0.4 knots. There we go. The Fondertan replicas are scoring penetrating hits. Prince Eugen, you can target the Black Prince. Big hit on repulse. Derflinger, maybe you should target the Black Prince. Prince Eugen now being focused. That is not great. Maybe going 13.5s would have been a better idea. And have much higher rates of fire. I'll try and put my big ships in between the enemy. And the smaller ones. Prince Eugen, you are authorized to leave. Oh, everyone is focusing the Black Prince. And I think the Black Prince is sinking. Derflinger, Eitel Friedrich. Black Prince went down. We got the first blood. Let's see, have these two come back and follow the big ships while Prince Eugen just gets out. She's done for this battle. And there we go, big 16s are firing. They're just coming straight for me. What kind of deck armor do you have? Main deck, 0.8. It's the fore and aft decks that are thick. Maybe HE is just better at killing these, given their lack of armor. That's certainly effective. Okay, I'm gonna do what I did last time. Have them target the first two ships in the line. So they start flooding and slow down. Maybe even fall out of line. Buy me some distance and range. Back to auto. Don't like them just going head in. Makes them very hard to penetrate, even if they have very little armor. There we go, flooding on Minotaur. Monarch. Very nice. That should slow them down quite a bit. Penelope. Okay, Admiral Friedrich, you're taking too much. Hard on for the Admiral Friedrich. Go floating on Penelope. Switch to New Zealand. Admiral Friedrich still has some speed. It's not taking a lot of flooding, not any flooding actually. Targeting the Michael. So she can get out, or he. Oh no. Prince Eugen. Admiral Friedrich will have to save her. Prince Eugen is now too damaged to get out. Darthlinger locked in a 1v1 versus Hercules. Apparently winning. There we go. That was probably a kill shot on Indomitable. Switch to Repulse. Probably a kill shot on Hercules. Switch to Minotaur. You can get back here. Prince Eugen very slow. Repulse not quite as slow. Vineta is perfectly fine, actually. Target Penelope. Get the Minotaur off my back. No, flooding. It did go through. Aft belt partial pen. Are you not sunk the repulse yet? There we go. Good hits on Minotaur. But I end up having given broadside to most of the British battle line. That's kill shot. Probably. Prince Consort. You can also take on Prince Consort Vineta. There we go. Good hits on repulse. Where's the there she is, Admiral. Repulse goes down, okay. Actually, you can turn this way, kill Penelope. Derflinger is quite heavily damaged now. Engine out and flooding. Kilometers. What's your pen? 7.3? Can do it. What's your armor quality? 135. So yeah, same as mine. But Eitel Friedrich is here now. He's in pretty good shape. Derflinger has very little maneuverability left. Are we gonna sink Penelope? Eitel Friedrich now taking fire. We sank Penelope. Hercules. Come on, Derflinger. No, I did not want to take that flooding hit. Can we get it under control? Vineta, you're gonna have to close in, closer to Prince Consort. Angle issues. Okay, they got veteran crews too. Not want to take those flooding hits. But I think that's the end of Hercules. Hercules goes down. So due to the angle, Derflinger can now only fire straight aft, almost. So not making use of all of our turrets. But that is a kill shot on Prince Consort, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is. Monarch. Veneta, you're gonna have to get in here. Michael, you too. I'm just gonna have to slow straight down. 18 kilometers. 16.9, so now we are out of their range. But can you not fire? No, your aft guns are taken out, so we're gonna have to turn you around and go bow in. But Derflinger is good to go. This is very risky for Veneta. Auto. Oh, she's actually firing. Straight rudder. Like so. She found an angle where she can actually fire her A and B turrets. These two are almost dead, but just not quite. Oh, no. Angle is too bad. There she goes. Veneta is just not doing much. Derflinger pretending to be a stationary gun battery. If it works, it works. Friedrich still firing. Derflinger still firing. Just not doing a whole lot of damage. Meanwhile, Veneta getting peppered. There we go. Did go through the forebelt on Monarch, causing some more flooding. You are still firing. Okay, Veneta, you're out. I think you've done enough. 36.2% losses. There we go. Was that enough to kill the Monarch? No. I'm actually gonna have to turn the Atlantic around and then start reversing, I think. These two are pretty much dead in the water, but somehow still afloat. Mikkel coming back. Friedrich turning very, very slowly. We're getting the hits. Just not flooding where we needed to flood. Auto. There we go, big 16-inch hits on Monarch. Now just the New Zealand left. Engine damage, gosh darn it. That should be should have been slow enough for it to start reversing safely. There you go, fixed it. Michael is in main gun range. So far I've kept all my ships alive, but only barely. Hello, Eitel Friedrich, will you commence firing soon? Just slowly turning around, but yeah, all that water inside of the ship making things a little bit difficult. There we go. Big hit and flooding from the Michael. Can we make her flood out from that? Derflinger is firing. There we go. And that was it. That was 9 British battlecruisers sunk. At the cost of quite a bit of damage to my own ships, must be said. but none of them sunk, so that's a perfect 9 for score. Let's do the math for the combined cost of my my little task force. Let's see. 764.4 plus 166.2 times 3, that should be 2,027,000,000. Yeah, I'm guessing someone probably did it far cheaper. Now, as a bonus, let's switch the teams here. British versus Germany, and they do get 9 fully fledged battlecruisers. But now I get 5. No cosplaying heavy cruisers this time around, although there are some limitations. Let's see, new design. Come on, you slow. There we go. And just to make sure, I do not want the enemy to be using this this design I just made. So we're just gonna take the funnels away, so now it cannot launch with that ship. And also make sure that no, they can definitely not launch with that ship. So they're gonna design something instead. Hopefully that works, otherwise I just have to delete the design. Let's see here. This time I do need to be quite fast, because I need to not take any hits, because if I take hits I will probably explode. Cramped quarters, probably okay. Max optimal speed 29. I think I can make it to 31. My scoring attempt was the with the German task force, so I'm not going to bother trying to make these cheap. And that will be my main tower. And this will be my secondary tower. Can I fit 2 of these, or do I have to choose the smaller funnels? Oh, gosh darn it. Is that one right? I think it has to be the tiniest ones. Now, as for main guns, I think 15s actually. I think 15s will be the thing to go with here. No, come on. It's not that hard. That one, that should be tall enough, right? Yeah, it is. Got a bit of a 4-weight offset. Push that further back. This one like this. The requirement here was to have a flashfire chance of at least 40%, which is quite explosive. And a main belt no thicker than 12. And a main deck no thicker than 2. Okay, yeah, I need a high flashfire chance. That probably means I end up running no barbette armor. Standard ratio. Increased heavy. Let's see. Flashfire chance 75%. That's almost too high. Dunite. 36%. That's not high enough. %. That's almost a bit too high. 64. If I go 49, reduce it by so 42.8%. That's just what I need. Rangefinder, stereoscopic. Turret armor. Let's see. First, the main belt. Why am I so heavy? Is 31 knots too fast for this hull? After all, there we go. Can reduce the range a bit. Oh yeah. Maybe picking geared turbines instead of just regular old turbines. But there we go. Okay, 42.8% flashfire chance. Main deck 2 inches. Now what is my accuracy at 20,000? 3.7, 4.9. If I bump them up to... what is my reload time? 68.9 seconds. .7, 4.9. .1, 5.3. Deck pan is only 1.7 inches at that range. That ain't great, but it is something. I think we have it. I think we have our Battlecruiser design, and we're going to get 5 of these, so quite a bit more firepower than we just had as the Germans. 668 million. 668 times 5. Yeah, that's 3.3 billion. So quite a bit more than the Germans. This could have been made cheaper, but my scoring attempt was with the Germans anyway, so this is just a bonus. Let's see how it goes. It says building Battlecruiser, that means the AI is cooking up something. All right. Those are AI designs, alright. Let's see, let's organize the fleet. These two can indeed just follow these 3. That is fine. We're gonna drop down to a little bit of cruising speed. Range is 25.7 kilometers. Not quite in range. Let's see, what are the enemy ships armed with? 14.2s. So the AI likes 14-inch guns. That's a lot of 14-inch guns. That's 12. Alright. Wonder what kind of armor they have. I should probably have gone for a little bit more range, actually. seeing as my ships are kind of glass cannons. Let's divide our fire a little bit. And these two can also focus just the first two, I guess. I wonder what kind of armor they have. That's gonna make a pretty big difference. At least we're scoring penetrations. Foredeck pens. Main deck pen. Okay, we're actually gonna turn. And you two need to speed up. Yeah, you do. You're already speeding up. Having a little bit of a speed advantage is pretty nice. Not identified them yet. And I think I'm gonna do what I did last time, just beat them into submission first. Hopefully to the point where I can somewhat outmaneuver them. And then go for the kills. Although this time, just be aware that my ships are nowhere near as survivable as the Derflinger and Eitel were in the previous battle. My ships are still sticking with the AP. There we go. Identified. 21.4 kilometer AP range. That's very decent. Well, they got some armor. 1.8 deck armor. As well as the fore and aft belt. Main belt is 5.6. Cordite 2, TNT 2. Heavy shells, but also reduced ammo. And barbette 4. So, probably less explosive than mine. Still somewhat explosive, I'm guessing. Semi-AP, so they're gonna hurt a lot if they penetrate. Let's drop down to cruising speed again. What was their top speed? 27.9. Okay. I got a more comfortable speed advantage. Oh, 2 knots. It's not that much, but it's something. Arminius. Of course, for me, fighting at the very edge of my my main gun range does not lead to the greatest of accuracies. Okay, and both of you can focus the Arminius. What kind of HE pen do I have, actually? Actually decent enough. I can go through their extended belts at least, the HE. It's the superstructure 1.6. I can go through that too. What is your turret armor? 9 inches on the turret face. Max cruising speed is very low. 18 only. There we go, building the cruise speed bonus up. Well, it's not much, but it's something. None of my ships have exploded yet. None of the enemy ships have exploded either. Okay, can you all just sink the Arminius? Pretty big hits. Its tower is now out. There we go. Volleys going through the armor, causing flooding. Okay, you two can speed up now. Your cruising speed is about to get you killed. Let's go flank speed. Because the bulk of the enemy fleet seems like it just woke up. Like, oh, there's a battle going on? Armenia is getting pummeled to death? Maybe we should do something. Slow down a little bit again. We have not yet sunk the Arminius, but we're close. That might be the last flooding hit that was needed. That was Württemberg, wasn't it? 1%? No, it was not. That was not. It's not the last floating hit needed to sink the Arminius, because she's still afloat. Switch too soon. Okay, now you need to speed up. Get out of here. Arminius is... I should have just given her one more volley. Invincible, Arminius. Because these two are out of range. Invincible still has range on Arminius. Let's just sink the Württemberg, then get closer again. Finally finish off the Arminius, and then pick the next target. But so far, we are at 0 kills. Lots of damage though, but 0 kills. High penetration HE proving useful, but knowing that the AI likes to build battlecruisers with very little armor, I should probably have gone with something like semi-AP instead of cap ballistic 2. I would have done more damage and have less chances of ricocheting. But of course it would have left me with very unsuited... There we go. There we go. That's the flashfire we did not get while fighting the British. So far, my ships are not the ones there's something wrong with. Württemberg almost dead. Not gonna make the mistake again of changing targets before she's actually out of the battle. 2%. 1.8. Yep, she's going. Is she not? 0.8? No, no, no. Almost did it. Almost did the same thing. She stabilized. Literally within inches of death, but there she goes. Superb Hercules. Invincible. You have the Arminius in front of you. Let's close in on the herd of German battlecruisers. I'll close in to at least like 24 kilometers. Not quite in range yet. In fact, we're just gonna finish off the Arminius as soon as possible. She's also the closest target now. So 5 versus 9 has turned into a 5 versus 8, which is about to be 5 versus 7. There she goes. See, that wasn't hard. Friedrich Karl. Mars. Mask my my fire a little bit more now. Seem to have gotten them herded into a some kind of clump formation. Are any of them badly damaged? Saxon? Saxon is also coming right for us. The lead ship. Oh, the column. She gets all the hurt. Okay, suddenly they are pushing in very aggressively again. We can switch to the Hansa. Is the Saxon gonna fall out of line? I think so. Not yet. Not quite taken enough flooding to trigger that mechanic. Poor Invincible, taking most of the enemy punishment. Invincible now also flooding. Destroyed main gun. Very lucky that it did not explode. Invincible. You will fall out of line. Hitting multiple ships now. There we go. More flash fires. Like so. Of course, I forgot to take a good screenshot when I was doing my actual scoring attempt battle. I guess I can just grab a picture in the ship designer or something. Switch to Preußen. So you've not yet sunk the Saxon. She is still combat capable, believe it or not. Because the flashfire didn't spread. Can slow down to your cruising speed and just stay at range invincible. Okay, I think Preußen is a better target for you now. Well, you two can go for the Sox and finish her off. Now it's basically a 4 versus 7 now because the Invincible is too damaged to stay on the line. You can still fire from long range. Just remain on the outskirts of the battle. Hindenburg crossing in front of you. We're still reloading. So I think Mars will be a better target once you're ready. You can start loading AP for the Saxon. Finish the flooding. You two need to speed up a little bit. You've gotten way too close. Flashfires on Preußen. So they do explode eventually. Yeah, no. That's my mistake. The AP is not effective at that angle. I can drop down to cruising speed again. You need to get some more distance, Invincible. How about Invincible finish off the Saxon? And these two target something else. I think that's the better division of labor. Actually, these two, Friedrich Karl and Star, because they're going straight for poor Invincible. "19 kilometers away from Sachsen." Is that the last bit of flooding we needed? Maybe, maybe not. Can't forget about the Star, the Hindenburg. It's merging with you. Also sticking with the HE, but at a range of 16 kilometers. HE might even go through their main belt. 5.6. Maybe. The Germans have worse armor quality. 115 instead of plus 135. Okay, now you can actually kill the Saxon. Thought the Invincible would get it done, but apparently not. The Saxon remains a thorn in my eye. I'd like to see her removed. You two can finish off the Mars, if you'd like. There we go. Flooding hits on Saxon. 4%. 3, 2, 0.41. Finally. That took a while. That's what happens when you just keep reflooding the same flooded compartment. It doesn't actually do much. Here's Invincible. You guys are just not firing because you're out of range from your selected target. You actually do have surprisingly good accuracy at that range though. So let's just keep at it. Hansa should be the next one dead. Possibly. Unless we just kill the Mars. No, I think Hansa first. Okay, now you've gotten yourself a little bit too close. You need to speed up. Just kill whatever this is. It's a Friedrich Karl passing in front of the Hansa. APs are bouncing off. Okay, kill the Hansa, please. I think one at a time is just the way to go now. There we go. Big floodings. Yep, that's the end of Hansa. Next up, Friedrich Karl. They have 6 battlecruisers left, but many of them are already somewhat damaged, like the poor Mars. There we go, 4 belt pens. Main deck partial pens. Flashfires on Friedrich Karl. Big time flooding. Engine. And yeah, you're dead. Not sunk yet, but that is clearly one dead ship. I know I just said one at a time, but when they're this close, I think I can do some massive damage, even splitting up my fire. dead. The tower is dead. She's almost out of ammo because she's had at least some turrets blow up. Poor Invincible getting assaulted by Hindenburg. She must be saved. Furious and Monarch can keep pummeling the poison. Come on, Hercules and Superb. Bring those turrets around. There we go, flash fires. Lots of flash fires from the Germans this time around. And Hindenburg sinking. Switch to Mars. Invincible, you can keep targeting the poison. So you got a very good angle on her. 3%. 2. 1. 0.6. 0.3. Dead. Now, all ships focus Mars. And we are almost done with this. Boom, boom, boom. Getting dangerously close now. Which is incredibly risky given that I might explode at any minute. Very real chance that if my turrets are hit, they go up and bring the whole ship with them. But at least I have the firepower, the combined firepower from 5 or at least 4.5 battlecruisers. Fully fledged with torpedo? Fully fledged battlecruisers. Then okay. Would have avoided that torpedo, but the battle ended anyway. Another 9 points. So this is doable with both British and Germans. But the question is, well, I'm almost assuming a lot of the other admirals also did it perfectly, but did they do it cheaper than me, or did they spend more on their ships? Let's find out. Check the videos linked below. Goodbye and take care.